My name is Femi Johnson. I'm the CEO and founder of Sourcing Business. Sourcing Business is an online platform where freelancers and employers of labor are able to connect in order to exchange value. The platform gives freelancers opportunity to be able to create their gigs, showcasing what they can offer to organizations, the solutions they can provide, and especially services they can offer, virtually. Startups are actually looking for skilled professionals like these who are able to help them deliver their job, cheaper, who are able to help them deliver their job faster, and who are able to help them deliver their job with better quality. And these are the capabilities that you found in freelancers. And so Sourcing Business provides a platform where such people are able to offer their gigs so that startups and small business owners around the world can be able to access them to be able to buy their services. On Sourcing Business, we'll
our goal, and it is great to be here another Wednesday morning. How are you doing? I hope that the start of the week has been great. Well, this is powered by Sourcing Business, and of course, here on Upskilling 5 million African freelancers, our goal is to upskill African freelancers to reskill, learn a new skill, and of course, provide you with the opportunity to market and expose your skills to potential employers and people that would want to buy your skill. And of course, that's what Source in Business is for. Now, Source in Business provides a platform where you can showcase your skill. It also provides a platform, learning pathways where you can learn more, upskill more, which is basically what we're doing this morning. Of course, we have someone who will be talking to us about all types of things, and she is an expert in LinkedIn. So if you've been having a problem with LinkedIn, you really don't know how to optimize LinkedIn, or you don't know how to monetize it, or just move your way around LinkedIn, then you want to hear from the person we got today. All right. Yes, my name is Oge Mark, and I need you to do something for me. I need you to share the link wherever it is you're watching us from. Nigeria, Europe, America, India, wherever it is you're watching us from. Thank you so much for joining. And please drop the link and share the link on your contact list, on your WhatsApp status, on your social media platform, wherever you are. The link is somewhere there. Just share it, and others on your contact list can have access to know exactly what we're doing. Now, it is worthy to note that all of the services that Source in Business offers, they are absolutely free. You don't pay a dime. You don't pay a dime. When it comes to upskilling 5 million African freelancers, the service that we offer, absolutely free. Okay? All right. So we're going to go ahead to talk to our guest this morning. Hello, Gabby. Good morning. How are you doing?
Hi, okay. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, good. Perfect.
It's great to have you here. So let's just get into it. Tell us about yourself. Tell us, want to meet you, want those watching us to meet you.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. So, what did you say?
I said, tell us about yourself. Introduce yourself to us. Tell us about yourself.
All right. Okay, hello everyone. First of all, I would just like to appreciate Mr. Femi Johnson, and it's nice to finally have a chat with you. Okay, I appreciate the privilege to be here. All right. So to everyone out there, my name is Oluwaseun Owolabi. I'm popularly called Gabby. Gabby is my nickname. I'm the founder of RootNet International Organization, an NGO organization that focuses on the less privileged kids and low livelihood communities. I'm also a LinkedIn optimization coach, an influencer, a content marketer, and I also train people, individuals, corporate organizations on the skills that I possess. So as a content marketer, I help top brands like businesses, entrepreneurs, bloggers, to create top-notch and compelling content in order for them to attract their ideal customers and retain them as go-tos for whatsoever services they are offering. Okay, I think that's all. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's great. That's fantastic. So our focus today is going to be on content strategy. So, you say you help business owners, entrepreneurs, bloggers, organizations at large to, develop content. Now, from your perspective and from your experience, what is content strategy?
All right. So content strategies is simply the combination of two words, content and strategy. And talking about content can come in different forms. It can be, in writing, it can be audio, it can be visual, like videos, and you can also make use of things like graphics and images, to showcase your content. I'm talking about strategy. Strategy talks about the planning, the things that you do in order to push out the content. So putting both together, content strategy is like a plan that in which you use your content in form of videos, audios, or written to achieve your business goals. So it's like using planning, developing, and managing content to push out the services or product that you have to your ideal audience, because everybody's so to your ideal audience. That's very important.
Okay, that's great. Now, you talked about, putting things together. Now, what is the typical content strategy? What does it entail? What does a typical content strategy entail for a business owner? Like a business owner who is trying to, grow their followership or grow their business. What does a typical content strategy look like for a business owner?
For a business owner, a typical content strategies will include, the business must have its own goal. There must be a reason why you are doing your business. Okay, so you have to know the goal, the aim of your business. That should be the first thing that should come to the table when you are trying to plan your content. Then you have to know your ideal audience. And talking about your ideal audience, before you can know your ideal audience, you can work with your buyer persona. So buyer persona is just the representation of your ideal customers. It will be as if you have them in mind and you are trying to know that, okay, this product I'm selling is for the feminine, or if it's for the female, so my ideal audience are the females. Then you look at the age, you look at the geographical areas and all that. So that also matters. And thirdly, you have to know the platform, how to push out your content in various platforms. Like now, LinkedIn sometimes differs from Facebook. Facebook sometimes differs from Instagram. For Instagram, it has to do with more of visuals. So for a successful content strategy to work for a business, they have to look at all these points for it to actually work. And also, the responsiveness of your audience also matters in pushing out successful content strategy. If you want your content strategy to actually work for your business, you have to look at what your audience are saying about the products. You have to look at from the response, the engagement, and everything. So it helps business to drive their content in the right way. Yeah.
And you're saying this, and you say you need to know what your audience want. Now, for a new business that has literally no audience, they don't have anyone yet. How do they determine the content strategy for that new business?
Okay, for a new business, you don't just, yes, it's fine to have a new business, but you have to do your research. Market research is very, very important for a new business. So you don't just launch out into the business like that. You must have done your market research. And from that market research is where you draft out your buyer persona. And buyer persona is, like I said, is the representation of your ideal customers. So there are sometimes that you actually push out content and it won't go the way you want it. So this is how you are able to know the kind of content that will work with your audience. When you push out content, the one that has the highest response or the engagement rate, that is where you know where to draft out more content that is going to target your audience. Because for the reason why you have so much engagement on the content and you don't have so much engagement on the other is because your audience could relate with the one that has the highest engagement, and the other one they could not relate. So for a new business now, when you push out the content and you see that it has maybe much response, high engagement, that is to give you, something to work with, that, okay, my audience, they really engage with this content. There must be something about this. Then you can now, there is a way you can now align your content in that area, and you can, strategize, plan around it, come up with tips, different topics to talk about around that content and push it out for your business. And from there, you keep growing, and That's just it for a new business. But I would advise that they do their market research, very, very important, because a lot of you might think your audience wants this, and I mean, you might think your audience needs is this, and that is not even their need at all. So you just have to do your market research very, very well before you venture out into just pushing out content and all that.
Well, that's interesting. That's interesting. So let's move on to who then is a content strategist?
Well, a content strategist, sorry, is responsible for developing content, and strategies based on the business objectives. So it is the content strategist that develop, that plan, that manage. And the content strategist is in charge of, what goes out on the business page, what content should go out today, tomorrow, weekend. So a content strategist basically is responsible for developing the content, and is based on the business objectives and goals, and as well as the need of the customers. So it's not about the business alone, as well as the needs of the customers. The person needs to know what the customers want and develop and plan the content around that area. So that's the work of the content strategist. And the content strategist also determines the parts. It might be maybe through written storytelling, visuals, and all that. That's why content strategists must have some skills so that it will help them to deliver effectively. And not necessarily have all the skills anyway. They can employ the service of those that actually have those skills so that they can deliver effectively. Yeah.
So what are these skills? What are these skills a content strategist is supposed to have? At least the basics.
The basic a content strategist must have storytelling skills, because it will help you to tell the story of the brand story, why they are doing what they are doing, why people need to get their products, the benefit. They need to do this thing in storytelling. Storytelling actually helps to project the company or the business or the product image better than just sharing content or writing articles. Storytelling is the number one skill. The second one is content creation. There are basics to writing content. Just a lot of people call themselves content writers and all that, but content writing actually have some basic tips to follow, like the headline, the body, the call to action and all that. There are steps to follow when you want to create content. Content creation skills also matters. Research skills, of course. You can't create a content and you make your research, because you don't want to feed your audience with lies and with the wrong things. Just take, for example, somebody that is into health products. So you can't afford to just push out content, because this has to do with people's life, and it has to do with a lot of lives, because somebody can just read the content and refer another person. So you have to do research from, even though if you are selling health products and you are not a doctor, you don't have the idea, you still have to make your research by reaching out to professionals in that field, because that is what is going to help you to put out the right information. So a content strategist must have research skills. It's very, very important. And it is through research that you know what to do, what to post, and when to post. So you have to have this research skills, and also you have to know copywriting skills. Of course, you are not there to just make your audience happy and vibing with your content. You also want to make sales, right? So this is where copywriting is needed, because the major aim of copywriting is to sell. So you have to have the copywriting skills. It is very, very important. And also articles. Articles helps. When you give people information in form of articles, when you give information out to your audience in form of articles, they will appreciate it more. Just like LinkedIn now is giving people opportunity to make use of newsletter. So it's just like that for business owners. You have to share articles. It makes you like a thought leader in your field. Same with business. It makes you like, okay, these people are professionals. See the kind of content that they are sharing. So they must be good in article writing, and also data analysis. Anyway, that is not really, really important. You can always employ the service of data analysis, because everybody that knows how to do all those data analysis. And I think what else? If your content strategist can design well, it's actually cool also, because graphic designing is needed. You need to push out images, design your content, just like the program we have today. Without a flyer designed for the for the events, people might not really get attracted to watch the event. So I think graphic designing is also important. But for someone like me, I make use of Canva. But when it comes to professional, I have to keep it out. Okay. So what else again? I think those are the most important, but there are several others that somebody must actually, a content strategist must have. but these ones are very, very important. Storytelling, copywriting, content writing, research skills, they are very, very important.
Okay, that's great. Now, what does it take to be a content strategist? I mean, you've mentioned all of these qualities that, the basic skill, but what would it take apart from having this basic skill? What would it take? How would it, if someone wanted to start a career as a freelancer, as a content strategist, what would they need to do? What step would they need to take to kickstart their career in that?
Well, a content strategist must, before you can do a thing, there must be something that is driving you to do that thing. So if you want to be a content strategist, you are not just doing it for fun. You have, you love it. You just love to write. You must love to write, because if you don't love to write, you'll be pushed to do it. And it will get to a point you will just be writing content and your emotions, you are not even putting any life into it. So to be a to be a great content strategist, you must, possess good quality content, and you must have passion for writing. And talking about good quality content, it must be original. Like, your content must be original. It must, you must be able to feel what the audience are feeling. Before you push out this content, you must be able to, put emotions into it. For someone like me, if I want to write about something, I will first look at the problems and all that. And for someone that is not even interested in content strategy, the person may not want to go through all those process. So someone must have good quality content and passion, be passionate about writing, because you can't force someone into writing, you can't force someone into developing content. It must be from the inside out. Another thing is that what makes a great content strategy is ability to engage with your audience. A good content strategy must be able to engage with their audience. You don't just come up and be posting what you like. Yes, it's good to post what you like anyway, but when it comes to the business aspect, you must be able to engage your audience in whatever you are posting. It must relate with maybe their day-to-day activities or life, something. Ability to engage with audience is what makes a good content strategy. Also, making use of buyer persona also helps as a good content. If you want your content, if you want your content strategies to actually, if you want to build your career in content strategies, you must be able to work with buyer persona. You must be able to ask people questions. And talking about using buyer persona, you can get your information through, I mentioned market research. You can make use of polls, to get people's idea or whatsoever they are, the questions they have around the product or anything. You must be this person that is very curious about, I want to know why people want this. I want to know why people want this. That's, I think these are the basic three things that, help, that makes a good content. And also ability to reflect on the organization goals. Yes, it's very, very important, because as a content strategist, you must be able to go back to the goals and objectives of the organization that you want to work with, or the main reason why you are, pushing out a product, why a product is being made. You must be able to, talk about all those things. So for those people that want to start their career in content strategy, because I think I'm already diverting. Okay, so for those that want to start their career in content strategy, I think they should look for a niche. If you want to start your career in content, just look for a niche. Then you should have passion about that niche, and then you develop quality content. Just be natural. Just come up with quality content and have the ability to engage with your audience. Then make use of buyer persona. I think that is going to help for somebody that is just coming coming into the field. Somebody wrote a
So
critical thing.
we live in a time and space where a lot of businesses are on social media. Social media is basically the shops and the business centers of literally many billions of people. Now, what then is when you want to create a content strategy for your business, are there specific platforms that are better for specific products or specific type of business, or it's just as you feel, just keep it going? Are there specific social media platforms that are better for specific types of businesses?
Yeah, I'll say yes, because it's something that I've tested. I've tried it before. Okay, for someone
Okay.
like me, I train people on LinkedIn. I talk about LinkedIn. When I go to some social media platform and I post my content, I just see that these people are not even vibing with the content and all that. Though every business should be able to, you can post content about your business on every social media platform, but don't expect results from all the platforms. For LinkedIn now, there is a way you can post about your product and it will attract the right audience. And for Instagram, I just I just feel that every business can actually thrive on every platform, but there must be a style, a content style in which you are going to drive that product on those platforms. If you are going to use Twitter, Twitter, you can't come up with long content on Twitter. You have to include this sense of humor into Twitter to sell your business. So for Facebook now, yes, you can still be a little bit professional, but you know that, okay, these are my target audience. In case you don't get the result you're expecting, you should know that Facebook is for mostly, young people and all that. But when it comes to LinkedIn, it's for professionals. So if you want to sell something like, let's say, beauty products on LinkedIn, it's really going to be hard a little bit. So you have
I
to
mean,
change
is it that professionals don't use beauty products? I
Yeah,
mean,
but they
it's a human need. I mean, don't professionals use lipsticks? Don't you use clothes? I
exactly.
don't
But not
understand.
because they are not really selling on LinkedIn. But if they can create
Wow.
their content professionally, like today I was going out and this, you just have to do storytelling on LinkedIn to be able to sell lipstick. Not that it's not going to sell, but the way you create your content, it will come like serious mode. Like, but I
So
think
you
people are
can't
already
use
Gabby,
if you're
Gabby,
on
I
if
think
you're
I'm
on
interested
LinkedIn,
in
you
that
can't.
topic. I think I'm interested in this particular topic. You know why?
If you
Like three
okay,
years ago, I actually advised a lady to push a fashion business on LinkedIn, and she immediately said, "Oh no, it's not going to work." Or, stuff like that is. I think that is one thing we need to start looking at. It's true what you're trying to say, that every platform have their unique how do I put it? So is it unique provisions for business? Like the way you will use Instagram, it's not the way you will use Facebook. For example, if you post something on Facebook and you write a long article with it, you will see that almost everybody will read that article. But if you try it on Instagram, I don't know, maybe it's about me. If I see an image, I don't read what is on there. I'm not interested. If what information you are giving me is not on the image, you lost me. Okay, and I believe that is applicable to almost everybody. But if I see an information on LinkedIn, even though the image can be a caption for me, but if I'm interested in the text. Okay, so that shows the difference. And for, like you said, like Twitter, I mean, people just want to read something very short and be able to either abuse somebody or
funny.
call out
Exactly.
somebody's name and stuff like that, which is not of my interest anyway. So based on all of those things, shows that there are different kind of characters, behaviors, personalities on different platforms. But like we are talking about LinkedIn, there is a lot of issue about LinkedIn that okay, is a professional platform. It is actually a social media platform before professional platform. And and every social media, every public space is a marketplace.
Yes,
because
it's a matter.
because exactly for me, I mean, how in the world is fashion? Why is it not gonna work? We have
You
women
know,
on
you
that
know what I
platform. They
told you know what I
sell
told the
clothes.
lady? I
They
said, look,
have hair extension.
every ladies on LinkedIn change clothes, buy clothes,
Wear
guys, they don't buy
clothes.
clothes. But
Yeah, yeah,
ladies,
you're right.
the issue with ladies is that don't let them see it. If they see it, they buy it. I said, if you
Yeah.
don't have the confidence to post it on your maybe your timeline, why don't you build relationship with quite a number of ladies you believe might be interested, and pitch it to them through the chat. So LinkedIn actually is actually good if you want to sell fashion product, because just know how you communicate. It's not like you connect with
The
somebody
content
now
style.
and you start sending them images and start bombarding them. No, that's very wrong. Build relationships, create content that talk about fashion, that educate people about fashion. Then you can
Yes,
now
yes,
start
that's the problem. A lot of people don't
that's
educate.
that's the
They just
strategy.
push out the product. You have to share tips. LinkedIn, you will share tips from morning to night before you can convince people to
For
buy from
example,
you.
this
That's
program we talk about freelancing because we have sourcing business as a freelance platform where you are able to sign up and sell your gig. So we are not talking about gig. We're not say, oh, come and freelance on a platform, but we talk about solutions, skills, opportunities, and career in freelancing. And as a result of it, I mean, thousands of freelancers across Africa have been following us, and we've been getting a lot of tractions from them. I would say
wow.
90% of Africans on our platform actually came through LinkedIn. because we are building content, around freelancing. Simple.
Around freelancing, yeah. So I also think that business people should learn how to, just share tips. People they want to know why they should buy from you. Not that they don't know that this thing is good, but they want you to tell them that this is why you should buy it. That is what they want on LinkedIn. On TikTok, you can just post video that this is the cream I'm using for my face, and people will start messaging you, I want to buy, I want to buy. But it's not like that on LinkedIn. If like post video that this was nobody, they won't say anything. But just highlight tips, talk about fashion, the styles that is trending. Just say that the queen wore this particular kind of dress. You just come up with different content style. I'm very sure that they are going to buy. At least we have people that they are thriving on LinkedIn. They are selling fashion wears. I know of a lady that sells shoes on LinkedIn, and she's making her sales.
Yes.
Yeah, there are people that are selling, but it's very rare, especially if you don't know how to come up with good content.
And I dare say that LinkedIn is an untapped market.
Yes, it is.
It's an untapped, because here I am thinking, right? Ideas going on in my head right now, because I'm thinking about my business. Like, okay, because this Femi Johnson right here. I'm going to tell you something. This Femi Johnson right here, okay, is on LinkedIn. He's an expert on LinkedIn, and he attended one of my classes. And he also goes through some certain, bodily health conditions that I can cater to. Now, this is me thinking, if he is like this, it means there are several other people
exactly.
on LinkedIn. Like, I'm coming to LinkedIn, you people.
You need to come to LinkedIn, honestly. Like the problem, the issue, let's say the problem that is attached to your product that Mr. Femi had, you can actually create content around that area. Just talk about one of your clients that had this problem and all that, and the solution and why people should take the solution. It's that simple. If you can be consistent with that, I'm very sure that people are going to buy your product. I'm so sure. There's nothing you can do on LinkedIn.
I don't know about you people listening, but if you're not here, they're doing it from your village. I'm telling you, because we're giving out nuggets. Like, who knew that LinkedIn is in an untapped market? Now, if you're here, and
I've actually sold a beauty product on LinkedIn before. When I first started, my sister is into all this black soap. So one day I talked about it, how the soap helped me to clean my spot and everything. And somebody messaged me. I even increased the price for the person because I thought the person was joking. And the person even paid for delivery of over 1,500 naira to get
that is exactly another thing that came to my mind, because the people on LinkedIn are ready to pay.
They're ready to pay.
They're ready to pay. People.
I've been selling training on social media the last 10 years. Okay, maybe 2012, yes. And I will tell you that I spent hundreds of thousands of naira running advert on Facebook. Okay, Facebook, and a little of that on Instagram. But I've made 97% of my students for paid training on LinkedIn. 97%.
Imagine. LinkedIn is a good man, honestly.
And I've run zero cost advert on LinkedIn in the last 10 years.
Wow.
Okay. It's just this consistency that helps you to sell more on LinkedIn.
There was a particular period, like 2 months or 3 months, I spent about 300,000 naira, and I got zero registration from Facebook. Zero.
My goodness.
I'm telling you.
My
goodness. People are already
diverting the money back on LinkedIn to cover for that.
People are diverting into LinkedIn. Recently I landed a brand gig, a brand influencing gig. And this brand, they are into waist trainers and all that. Don't worry, very soon you start seeing posting around that area. So some of them are already, they're already seeing the opportunities on LinkedIn. So now they're looking for LinkedIn influencers to influence their products. They are making use of influencers so that they can penetrate into the field on LinkedIn. So I think businesses are already seeing, these opportunities on LinkedIn, and all of them are already leaving Facebook. Coming to LinkedIn.
And Gabby here has a book. Before we go into talk about Gabby's book for a moment, if you are just joining us, welcome. And I need you to listen. If you're not going to share the link to these people, that is wickedness and unjust.
Let me see if I can share.
Sorry, there are nuggets are being shared. I mean, secrets have been exposed. I don't understand why you're not on this live. I don't, there's no excuse whatsoever. There's no excuse whatsoever. So please share the link to your contact list, WhatsApp, whatever it is, where your contacts are, share the link, let them join this live and let them know exactly what is going on. I mean, it's absolutely free and all it requires is just your data. Okay, now Gabby, tell us about this book you have.
Okay, so I started my LinkedIn journey in the year 2019, and I just discovered that after optimizing my LinkedIn profile, because I actually did a training on LinkedIn optimization before I started training people on LinkedIn optimization. So I discovered different ways by which I got gigs. Different, in fact, some funny ways that people just think that it's you can't even get gigs through this.
What are these funny ways? What are these funny ways?
Like sending messages to CEOs, not just sending any kind of message, but there's a way that you push out. you know let me use an example. Like I got a after optimizing my profile, I got an internship offer 2 months later, and I got a remote gig. That was a contract with Opera News Up. That was when they were starting. So it was a contract. I went to their office to sign, not the one that people are doing now. I went, as in they took my picture and everything. So that day, I've been following this man for a while. I was like, okay, after my service day, I would like to work with this man. So when someone introduced me to LinkedIn, and it's not easy to reach out to CEOs and all that. They won't, most of them are very busy, and I understand that. So,
Yeah.
but then for you to get their attention, it's really, really going to be hard. So instead of submitting CVs and sending CVs and all that, I was like, okay, let me just try. Then I messaged the CEO. I greeted him. I told him I've been following him for a long time. I've been engaging his posts and all that. Then I pushed out my values. I told him that I just finished my service. I'm a content writer and all that, and I would love to volunteer my skill or intern with his company, just to learn under him and all that. And after sending that message, when I saw the response, I didn't read it. I did not open it because I've been all these people. I've already zeroed my mind, like they are not going to respond. But when I got him, it was like, hey, Sloan, let's talk. We can have you intern with us starting January. I was like, wow. So he
Nice.
responded. He called me. He did the interview via phone. He just asked me some questions. He did not even ask for my CV. He did not ask for my school or anything. And that was how I started the internship offer. And the remote, the one with Opera News Up, people, that guy just posted one day. So under the comment section, I tagged his name. I told him that I would love to, be one of the Opera News. I just tagged him. The comments were not much. People did not really comment like that. But I decided to tag him because I have always wanted to, be in the content writing field, writing for business and all that. So I tagged him. He now said I should message him. So I just messaged him, and that was how I got the gig. And a lot of people are even paying to get that contract. But I got it via comment section. And a lot of people don't engage on people's posts. A lot of people don't even comment. They don't even post something, reasonable. So after so many years of training people and all that, when my students share testimonies that they got gigs via this way, via that and all that, I'm like, wow. So I decided to, okay, let me just gather these top 20 strategies, that will help people to land jobs and gigs on LinkedIn. And that was why I came up with, the 20 strategies. And so far, it has been working and it's still working for people. And I'm very sure that there are still many more because LinkedIn keep updating their, this thing. For example, the newsletter, it has not started then when I wrote the book. So the newsletter is one of the ways also because newsletter actually works. Even though few people read newsletter, but it is, those people that, it is valuable people that actually read those newsletter. Trust me, people that are interested in your product that go as far as reading your newsletter. That's just it. And it's one of those ways, to get gigs, to get your, your ID clients and all that. So it's one of those ways.
So how can people, so what are the things your book talk about? What does it talk about? What does it highlight? What does it teach us? What would it teach us?
In the book, I highlighted top 20 strategies that that can help people to land jobs and gigs on LinkedIn. Which of the books? I think it's the top 20, right?
Yeah, I believe that's the top 20 as well. Yes.
Okay, because I have another book on.
I think it's a proven strategies to getting
Yeah,
massive
yeah.
results. Proven
Yeah.
strategies to get a
So I
maximum
talked
result.
about the top 20 strategies, then it got to a part I gave examples of how people can actually create content, that will make, all the CEOs to respond to their messages. I talk about, the email, using email, LinkedIn email and normal email, to get recruiters, to get the recruiters' attention, how to, because I feel a lot of people don't know how to approach. They lack this, content approach. They don't know how to approach, because I've seen a lot of people come to my DMs and sometimes I don't respond because I'll be like, what is this? So I wrote there, I gave different examples of, different approach to different people, for CEOs, for recruiters, emails. I wrote it there. And, I talk about top 20 strategies also. I can't
Okay.
remember all, but there
And
are
so
20.
how can people get your book if they
Yeah,
want
the
to?
link is actually there. They can see the link on my profile. They go to my
Okay.
profile, then the link, and click on the link, then there's a direct link to get the book. Once you click on the link, you see the payment details and you get the link. You get the ebook in your mail. So
Okay,
it's
that's great. That's
accessible.
fantastic. Now let's go
Yes.
back to more questions that we have on our topic today: content strategies. Now, when you have created this content strategy for your business, for your brand, and whatever social media platform, what are the actual strategies, the step-by-step actual strategies you need to put in place in order to get result from the content that you're putting out? Yeah, so this is the book. If you are interested, this is the book by Gabby. All
Oh,
right,
this is
Gabby.
the course. Okay. This is different from the one I was talking about actually. Yeah, but
Oh,
this one
okay.
is my course. This is the full LinkedIn optimization course. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
But you have
Uh,
you have several other books as well. You have several other books as well.
Yeah, once they click on the link on my profile, they are going to see all the
Okay.
details.
Great.
Yeah. But this is the
Great.
complete course for LinkedIn optimization.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So please go ahead. So what are the step-by-step strategies that need to be implemented to get optimum result in your with your content for your brand?
Well, the first thing is for let me use my brand for example. If I want to get maximum result, I want to get the right result. The first thing is, when I'm about to start, I don't just come up with I don't just come to the platform like I know everything that my audience wants. Sometimes I come with a content that asks my audience questions, because I want to know their point of view. I want to know how they feel about my product. I want to know how they feel about my business. So I can ask questions in different form. I can tell them to fill a form. I can use polls. I can use different area, true or false, rates, and all these things. So I come up with, the first thing is ask questions. If you want to sell your product, you want to come up with your business, ask questions from your audience. Because some people are, what you think is people's problem is not actually the problem. It might be another thing. For some people, they complain that after taking calls, their coach don't have their time, all those things. So those are the things that will help you to sell your own content better, by giving them, opportunity, maybe like 1 month free mentorship. You can come up with 2 weeks free mentorship and all that. So another thing is, you have to keep reevaluating and updating your goals, because it's your audience that will actually determine, not that you don't have your own personal goals, but your audience, will help you to reevaluate your goals in a better way so that you can serve them better. And another thing is you identify issues, because if your business is not selling, is not solving any problems, or it's not a business. So you have to identify issues around the product that you are offering. Identify issue, because the thing is, information is, people are getting information every day, every day, every day. So if the product that you are selling is already solving a lot of people's worry, and people are already making that exact product, you have to come up with another issue that is related to the problem that you are solving. For someone like me, I started with content writing, then I started training people on LinkedIn optimization. But why training people on LinkedIn optimization? I just I just feel that my spirit is telling me that I should go and how am I going to, I should go and learn more things in addition. So I started learning while I was training people on LinkedIn optimization. And
Mm.
throughout those learning, it helped me to come up with content marketing course. which comprises of copywriting, content writing, articles, blogging, and everything. So because I know at the end of the day, by the end of the day, a lot of people will be teaching people on LinkedIn optimization, which we can see these days. But before then, I've already increased my
Create
capacity
a course.
and learn more other things, so that by the time people are doing LinkedIn, I already have another thing to offer. So I think businesses should also identify issues around their products. They should get informations. They should not see they should also not see their competitors as their enemy. They should see competitors as people that they can actually learn from to do better. That's just it. Don't see your competitors as people that are maybe people that don't want you to sell or anything. Try to learn from competitors, because if your competitors are doing the same thing that you are doing, then it will help you to come up with better ways, to serve your audience better. For someone like me, I follow people that are in my field. I follow them a lot. I read their content, I engage. I want to know, why people are following them. I want to know what they are doing better, so that I can come up with something unique that I can offer. So for people that want to, go up, they want to up level their game in, their business or content strategy or anything, they should try to learn from their competitors. Don't see your competitors as your enemy. No, they are, people that you can actually learn from. Okay. Another thing is understand your audience. I'm trying to read the present. So another thing is understand your audience. You have to understand your audience, because it's possible to be pushing out the wrong content, or to be pushing out the right content to the wrong audience, or pushing out the wrong content to the right audience. So it's possible. So you have to understand your audience. So some people now, they might have posted something that is very good, but they will feel like they are not doing well, but they don't know that it's the wrong audience that they're actually pushing their content to. So you need to identify your right audience, and I think these things should help to. Yeah.
Now, before we go on to take more questions, to stick with the questions we got in our comment section, how do you, when implementing your strategy, your content strategy, how do you know that this strategy is working? How do you know it's working? What are the metrics to determine that this is working?
The first thing that will let you know that, okay, this thing is actually working, is the response of your audience. They will definitely respond. Maybe when you create a poll or something, you see that, okay, the highest vote or something has to do with something that is related to the problem that you are solving. For someone like me, when I create a poll, I highlight the things that I'm doing. Then the one that has the highest poll, then I say that, okay, people actually need the solution I'm providing. All right. So another thing is the engagement, because it's the feedback that actually matters. If you are selling something and people are not saying anything, people are not responding, then there is something you are definitely doing wrong. Maybe they did not get value, they did not even say this is valuable, or please, or they did not ask question or anything. So the responsiveness of your audience actually matters, and this is what helps you to measure the success of your content strategy. This is what helps you to know that, okay, I'm doing the right thing, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And also the accuracy. You have to be able to know if this content is actually reaching to your targeted audience and not the wrong people. And how you know is that you definitely know, because they reach out to you. See, the people that are reaching out to you, what are they asking you? Are they asking you that, please, are they asking you for free things? Are they asking to pay for your training? Are they asking for, it depends on what they are asking from you. So this will help you to, measure the success of the content strategy. And the last one I would like to talk about is the conversion, because what's the essence of doing all these things and you are not getting any results? So the conversion helps you to know whether you are doing the right thing or you're not doing the right thing. Like Mr. Femi said the other time, he said on LinkedIn, they've gotten, like 90% freelancers from Africa registered on sourcing business, for the freelancing work. So this is what helps you, the conversion. What's the return on investment? How has the result been so far? So these three things should help you to measure the success of your content strategy: the responsiveness, the accuracy, and conversions. Okay, so I think these three things.
Wow, Gabby, we've had a blast today. Now, before we go, let us then take some questions. If you have more questions, please drop your questions in the comment section so that Gabby can questions, comments, so that Gabby can respond to them. Busayo says, thank you so much. I will head on to YouTube. This is too good to be for my ears alone. Absolutely. Absolutely, Busayo. I agree with you on that. Okay, Lawal, very nice information. Thank you. This person says, this is Adayanju. I hope I got your name correct. I didn't murder the name. That's correct. Identifying new issues to solve per time is a key to remaining very okay. How do you know what you are supposed to do to get the right result? Okay. That's Gabby, that's a question.
How do you
Adeyanju,
know
how do
what
you know
you're
what to
supposed
do?
to
Yes.
do? That question seems someone. How do you know what you're supposed to do? Like, I don't know. If you don't know what you want to do, like, I don't know. You have to know what you want to do.
I think
Like,
what the person is asking is what how do you know that you're supposed to, what strategy or what content are you supposed to do to get the right result? For example, we talked earlier on when we said that you might post some content, some strategies might not produce certain kind of result, and you said that it's either you're posting the right content to the wrong
Yeah.
audience, or you're posting the wrong content to the right audience. So then, how are you supposed to know what to do? I think that's a question, that's the angle this person is asking from.
okay, I think first
Maybe,
of all, well,
Gabby,
yeah,
maybe I
yes,
should help you by restating some of the things you said before.
all
Now,
right.
Yeah, because she's
yes,
talked about
because
it
she
before.
had
Yeah.
said that before. What she said is that the first thing you have to do if you are a content creator for a small business or a new business is to first do research. Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
need to understand your industry. In other words, you need to understand the product itself. You need to understand the market. You need to know your audience. Who are the people you are selling to? Then you need to understand what is going to be appealing, what is going to be of interest to the people you're selling to. And in that case, inform your decision on the images in terms of content, in terms of storytelling, like she said, that you have to be able to build a compelling story around, the product you're trying to sell. I think I'm making sense, right?
Yeah, I
These are
think
the
I want
things.
to add another thing
Yeah.
because a lot of
All right,
people
please.
believe a lot of people believe when they put lower price on their product, that is what makes it sell. But the truth is that's very wrong. Putting
Hmm.
low price on product is not what makes it sell. It's the value that you will be giving that actually matters. My training fee, the more I increase it, I see that people are still paying for my training fee. And there must be something. I think it's the value. It's the value that actually matters. So putting low price on your products, because some people will come out years after doing the audience and everything, they'll be like, let me put 2,000 on it. Other people are putting 5,000. And then at the end of the day, you will not get people to still buy that product. So I think you should give more value in your content. Also, it actually matters. When you give more value, trust me, people will pay you anything, anything. As far as they know that you are going to provide solution, they will pay. So it's not about. And some people, once you even lower the amount, trust me, they will not even come back to you again because they feel like
Yeah.
you are not offering something good. Like you don't even know what you are. You don't even know what you are doing in the industry. So they won't even reach out to you. But you can just come up with ideas like promo and bonus and all that. But don't just go and reduce the price all in the name of I want to sell, I want people to like me, I want my audience to buy from me. No, that's not what brings audience to you. It's the value
That's
that actually
fantastic.
matters.
Increase your value. That's something to take back. Increase your value. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Oluwaseun says Gabby Oluwatobi apparently knows her onion. Of course she does, and that's the reason you should go and grab her books, her courses, so that you can also be aware like she is. And Obinna Shedrack says, please, you guys should help us check on your network coverage. No, our network is fine. Maybe it's from your connection. Maybe it's
The
your
person can
connection.
watch it again. The person can watch it
Yeah, you
again.
can also rewatch it too. There's a replay version. Okay. Yes, ma. Every platform has its unique approach to making your content achieve its objective. Yes, for LinkedIn, inbound marketing and like, ma'am, and storytelling is vital. All right. That's from Sunday. Abegunde. Abegunde. I hope I got your name correct. Okay. This person also said that I love Emmy Johnson's contribution. You can sell on any platform, but the approach must be different. One can't bring Twitter style to LinkedIn. Absolutely. Bisaya Bakar, good morning, everyone. This is a good. Can we access a recorded version? Yes, we can. Recorded version will be uploaded on LinkedIn. So you just, and also on YouTube as well. So you just make do with that. Okay. My issues identified by guest speaker. LinkedIn has a silent but influential true decision makers. Interesting. Yes, as always, good content and advice. Well done. Thank you so much, Khalid Fahad. Thank you so much, sir, for your contribution. And this person says, thank you, Femi and Gabby. You both answered my question aptly. All right. Thank you so much for your question. Okay. Do we have more questions? Let me see. Let's see. Okay. How do you? Okay, we've tackled that already. Okay. Um. Okay. All right. Thank you so much to everyone who sent in their questions, contributions. We really do appreciate you for coming through. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's been great talking to you. Now, Gabby, thank you so much for all that. Thank you for giving us all that. It was very fantastic. We had a fantastic time today. Thank you so much, Gabby.
Thanks for the privilege. Thank you, Mr. Femi Johnson. Thank you.
Thank you
Okay,
for
I really
showing up.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. And with that, we have come to the end of today's edition on skilling 5 million African freelancers in 5 years. I hope you had a wonderful time. The replay will be up on LinkedIn and on YouTube. So if you missed out on any bit, perhaps your connection was poor, then don't worry. You have a chance to get the replay on LinkedIn and on YouTube. My name is Oge Mark, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
My name is Femi Johnson. I'm the CEO and founder of Sourcing Business. Sourcing Business is an online platform where freelancers and employers of labor are able to connect in order to exchange value. The platform gives freelancers opportunity to be able to create their gigs, showcasing what they can offer to organizations, the solutions they can provide, and especially services they can offer, virtually. Startups are actually looking for skilled professionals like these who are able to help them deliver their job, cheaper, who are able to help them deliver their job faster, and who are able to help them deliver their job with better quality. And these are the capabilities that you found in freelancers. And so Sourcing Business provide a platform where such people are able to offer their gigs so that startups and small business owners around the world can be able to access them to be able to buy their services. On